Howdy banger fans, Blayne Smith welcoming you back to another episode of Overkill Reviews, Banger's weekly metal review show. As always, thanks so much for coming out. We really appreciate it. Thanks for supporting the channel. If you want to throw us a bit more support, you can head on over our Patreon campaign, toss us a couple bucks. And other than that, just the usual YouTube like, comment, subscribe. We got a community page we've been very active on engaging with you guys. It's been a lot of fun. But it's been a while since I've done a review, and it's been an even longer time since I did a metal review. So let's throw to some metal, please. Yes, UK black metal group WODE has finally released a new album. It's called Burn in Many Mirrors. It came out today on 20 Buck Spin. Formed in 2010 in Manchester, WODE has been a band to watch pretty much since they released their first album, which was in 2016, with a follow-up in 2017. Both of the albums received near universal praise from critics and fans alike, and then they've kind of been quiet since then. They haven't released anything since 2017. Two of the members have a speed metal side project that they released an album in 2019, Aggressive Perfector, that I very much enjoyed, and they brought the guitar player of that back to WODE with them, D. Shaw, and now they've finally released the new album. Despite the praise, they have always felt like a band to watch, i.e. they're good, but oh boy, it feels like they could be really, really, really good. So is this the album where WODE finally arrives, or is this the album where they drop a big fat WODE? I just started my review and I am already throwing to a clip. This happens in the first minute of the record. It is really hard for me to do my job of being objective and critical when you start an album that's sick. And when I say start an album, I mean start an album. I don't mean that's the first song and there was 2 minutes of wind blowing off the top. It's just you press play and sick shit starts happening. And how am I supposed to critique the rest of the song? It's like if you throw a punch like that in the first minute of the round, it doesn't really matter what else is going to happen. It's a 10-9. The other guy can't do anything. Okay, regain our composure, try and be a professional reviewer. Let's just see what else the record has to offer. Man, we're not even a minute in. That's 30 seconds into the second song. What? God damn it. So the second song has a great, almost traditional heavy metal feel to it. And I can't help but imagine the fact that the majority of the band 2 years ago released a speed metal record, having an effect and bringing that back to WODE for the very much better, very good, yes, awesome, because we got a bit of that on Servants of the Counter Cosmos, but definitely not that awesome and definitely not that upfront on the record. And already we're kind of getting the story of this record, which is it's a bunch of awesome moments, none of which last more than like 20 seconds and none of which are repeated again on the record, guiding you through. It's like a treasure trail that you have to follow, and right when you're finished track 2 and you want to hear that cool start to it again, you can't, because track 3 has an awesome doom intro with perfect guitar tone and you want to hear that, so you just endlessly loop this album. And there's also a cool effect where now everything is recorded great, everything's separated perfectly, always a compliment when instruments can be heard, and always a compliment when, hey, the bass can be heard, and I want to hear the bass, because it's good. But the recording is slightly muffled. Everything's kind of a little hard to hear in the best way, because there's all this cool stuff happening, and you have to strain to listen to a bit. You kind of have to focus, and it really gives you a reward when you do. So, wicked, And now is the part of the review where I talk about the outro to the last song. And I'm sure if you check all the reviews coming out today, every single one of them is gonna mention this because it sounds like a John Carpenter song. What? How cool is that? And like all the moments I've talked about, it happens once, it happens on the last song, and it's just the start of it, and then it's gone. So when you put the album on, you're like, oh boy, I can't wait to get to the end, to hear that cool John Carpenter intro, to then go back to the start of the album and hear that thing I talked about off the top that I thought was cool. I'm running out of time though. What else do I have to talk about? Vocals. There's vocals on this record. They are always aggressive. They're buried in the mix. It creates a good balance with some of the other stuff on the record. I know I've mentioned a John Carpenter intro. I know I mentioned Doom. So you're thinking, this is getting a little arty. Is he gonna sing? Don't worry, he doesn't sing. It's always an aggressive, extreme metal vocal that is buried enough in the mix where it's like, is that a vocal? Is that an instrument? Who knows? It's great. It's perfect. Keeps everything balanced, balances out the melodic sections, balances out the doomy sections to keep it still a fast, aggressive, in-your-face record, which is what we want from WODE. And the lyrics are really good. Good rhyming structures, good content. I'd recite some of them for you, but oh my God, I'm running out of time because there's just a lot of nice things to say about this record. So, hey, here's the lyric sheet. They sent me a gorgeous lyric sheet. Why don't all bands do this? Look at how nice this is. Pause the video if you want to read any of the lyrics. Nope. A frequent sign of a great band is when you stop being able to describe the band in terms of genres. What do I call this record? Is this a melodic black metal record? Is this a black and death metal record? Is this a black death thrash record? It's kind of all of them and none of them. It's a bit of art, it's a bit of fun, it's a lot of bit of aggro, and it combines together and is balanced really perfectly. I feel like if you liked Behemoth but sort of don't like whatever Behemoth is now, this would be a good record for you. It's, again, just really hitting a lot of stuff and hitting it really well. It's not a perfect record, but oh boy, it's knocking on that door. It's about as close as you can get. Do we have a score for that? Oh yeah, easy 4.5 out of 5 spinal cords from the cover. They're like skulls, but they're your spine. They attach. As always, shoutouts time. So 2 quick records to mention. A Metal Monthly alumni released another album. It's awesome as well. Aara, Triade I, EOS on Deborah Morty Productions came out last week. Great record, atmospheric black metal. Figured I'd toss it in the black metal episode, and I mentioned them in Metal Monthly, but hey, we're talking about the UK. We got some UK death in Celestial Sanctuaries. Soul Diminished on Redefining Darkness Records also came out last week and is making a really big splash. So if you didn't catch Metal Monthly or if you haven't seen that record yet, definitely go check that out because it's going to be a big one this year, I think. And that's it. Just, like, comment, subscribe, all that. Patreon, cool. Peace.